Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is day one of a 9-day extended hunting trip. The rut is starting to kick off in our area. It's pretty late usually compared to most of the US, and the hope is just get a little bit more meat for the fridge. Only one way to find out though, and that's by getting out there, seeing what we can find, and that's all going to start now. As mentioned, day number 5, the rain has started to fall. I was hoping to hold off today, but since it's pretty warm, I've got my doe, I've got my 10-point buck. If you missed those videos, go ahead and check them out right up here. They're really exciting. I decided I'm going to do some catfish jugging. I got this little 10-foot bass raider up. It is perfect for the camp. Used to only have the trolling motor, but now I've got this little Mercury. This little 3.5 Mercury is going to be able to push me around that lake. It's finally deep enough. I think I get this boat in there, so hopefully we get in and get some catfish. Now for bait, I've got chicken gizzard, chicken liver, and I got some deer tongue from this horn mount I'm going to do. That's my 10-point right there. Went ahead, took the tongue out of that, so might as well use that for bait as well. But gonna go ahead, get down here, see where the water level's at, see if we get the boat in, and go from there. Yep, she's sliding around a pretty good bit. She does not want to track in a straight line at all. I was worried this happened as soon as we get a little water in here. With all the rain we're getting over this week, this road is going to be shot sooner rather than later. This is a heck of a lot better than it has been. It's been so low, all of this right here would be dried out. But I think we got a couple of feet of water in here, so I should be able to get the boat in. That's a pretty good sign. I don't know. This is pretty thick stuff right here. I'll definitely get the ATV stuck. I could try to drag the boat off the trailer and bring it down. It'll be a little work, but it'll be worth it if I can get in. But yeah, this sloppy stuff, it's just a nightmare to deal with. It's one of the reasons I've been able to go back here in such a long time. But hey, give it a shot today. That's why I wore these waders, so I can get deeper in this mud, not have to worry about that, and my boot's coming off. So we'll see. A little extra prep goes a long way in this instance. I'm gonna go ahead. This is an old tow rope. It's still got some life in it, just a little bit frayed. And this is gonna be 50 feet, and I'm gonna attach it to the 50 feet on my winch. That ought to give me the length I need to at least get down there pretty close to either push the boat off or even launch it and get myself out of a pickle. Trying to catch my breath here, but this went about as well as I expected. These tires are just completely covered up. They're not getting any grip. Trailer sideways. Pulled the boat off the trailer, got it down to the water. That's the best I can hope for. So, but hey, anyhow, that's sometimes what you got to do. And here we are. Take these gloves off real quick. All right, let's get in some deep water and get this engine on. Almost had it. Awesome. I thought it was a little bit open. That's why I ran away like that for a second. Yeah, the boat's definitely got quite a bit of weight in the back here. I really need to move this battery up next time I go. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do here, but I'm probably going to move this seat up to fish once I get out. Let's go ahead. Get that where it needs to be. finally made it out here. This is going to be one of the styles of jugs I set. This is one of my older tattletale jugs. These are great jugs if you have a little bit larger boat. This one's a smaller one, so it's a little more difficult to pack a lot of these things, but got a circle hook on there, small weight. And then for bait today, I've got chicken gizzards and I've got some deer tongue. What was the last thing? Oh, some chicken livers. So we're just gonna have a plethora of different things to try. I'd recommend carrying just a small utility knife. That's going to make things a lot easier for you. Plus, blades are cheap to replace. But there we go. Got a piece of chicken gizzard there. Now I'm just going to throw a piece of chicken gizzard and liver on this particular one. Wind is pushing me out into the lake itself, so that's why I'm starting here. It's going to push these jugs out. I don't want it getting too far since I'm having problems with that motor. Goodness, does the top want to come off? There we go. Look at that. Yep, $2 for that. It's hard to beat as far as the deal goes, but take a piece. This is the reason I'm putting chicken gizzard with liver is that this is super soft. It will fall off the hook. This gizzard won't. So at least this will give it scent for a little while. And the only reason for the blue gloves is just to keep my hands a little bit cleaner dealing with these cameras. It's just more convenient. Just gonna pop that bad boy on there. Bring it up. I'm just going to load these hooks up. I'm not too concerned about being conservative on my bait. I got plenty for today. Let's see. Let's throw that on there. Let's double loop it. Triple loop it. All right. That's a pretty good hook. Take that in the water. Dip that down. Lay it flat. And now I'm just going to continue on down this line. Usually I put about 50 to 100 yards between them, but with the trolling motor, I'm probably just going to do 25. I don't want them scattering too much, make this more convenient for me to pick them up later, especially if I have to go through this underbrush right here. But this wind is kind of pushing them this way, so I hope that if they get stuck at anything, it's these sticks, really. One last example. Pull that hook out. I want to unwrap it a little bit. You don't have to unwrap it. It'll unravel itself. I'm just doing it because that's my preference. Yep, there's the chicken gizzard. Like I said, the purpose of chicken gizzard is to stay on the hook. It will catch catfish, but it's more of just something to chew on. It doesn't have a whole lot of, I guess stink to it, stink bait, a little bit, but not much. That is what liver is for. This stuff, it's going to smell. You're going to be able to track that for quite some time. And won't stay on the hook forever, but as long as they can get close to it, they'll still get to the gizzard, or at least that's the hope. And I'm just going to continue doing this process for another 25 jugs or so. As is customary, I got the last jug marked. That's how I do it. That way I make sure that I know where the end of my string is, and anything past that, it's either a fish or the wind or something must have taken it. But here we go. I'm going to put it in. And now it is a waiting game. I'm going to work on this little motor, see if I can finally get it to run properly. And once that's complete, I'm just going to run through these lines and continue to watch them and see when we get a catfish on. Well, I got this engine running just a little bit. It's not doing great. I think the needle on it is having an issue. But we do have a jug down over here, although it hasn't moved much, so something probably just came and grabbed the bait. But we'll check it out real quick, and I see one over there that's caught in the limbs. Wind's pushing this way, so must be something on that. It's a pretty good indicator. I think we have a turtle on this one, if I had to guess. Jug isn't pulled over by any means, so probably a snapping turtle, something of that nature. We'll just slowly pull up on it. If I can get a hold of it, there we go. All right. I was wrong. First catfish of the day is on. Man, he got himself all wrapped up. A nice, good eating size one. Good 2-pounder. This is really what you want to find to eat. Well, how about that? I will take it. I'll get out of this brush real quick and we'll reset this jug. Now, the one negative about these smaller ones is that their fins are sharper, so you really got to watch out for them. If you get finned by one of those, you are not going to have a good time. There we go. He is off. I have one here that's moving a little bit, although not much. Maybe something on it. I don't know. It's just small jerks. It's, like I said, not much at all. Ah, well, I'll be. He's the biggest one of the day. There we have it. That's another good sized catfish. Well, 2 for the day. The goal is 3 overall. Don't really care about the size. Of course, a really big one would be nice, but this is going to be great in a freezer bag. All right, I'll get him off the hook. Once again, get this one rebaited, throw it out. Trying to decide what I'm going to do because I don't know how much battery I have left. That engine's giving me fits. I think it has a stuck needle on the carb. So we'll just see what we're going to be able to get out here for the remainder of the day. Admittedly, getting the boat out went a lot smoother than I thought it was, and about 1/3 of the time. But got it on the trailer finally. It's a little bit heavier for that small engine on the back, but not bad compared to having that lead acid. Anywho, didn't completely accomplish the goal I wanted to. I was hoping for 3 fish and to really run this engine. Obviously that didn't happen, but I did get 2 fish, a good adventure out of it, and a little bit of enjoyment as well. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to share, like, subscribe for more. And as always, thanks for watching.